Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, welcome. We've got some interesting wines lined up for you this week, and Robin's going to do a little Christmas Carreling.
Oh, I didn't know that you would do that. I'm so happy.
I've been waiting all morning to drop that one.
Thank you.
It's an exciting little lineup. We're starting off in Southwest France, and then we got another.
We continue on in Southwest France.
We continue on a little further east. So, what do you want to talk about first, Robin?
Let's get into the pack first off, because we are officially November 24th, 1 month until Christmas. So kicking it off with a 6-pack of Carrel wines, one of our favorite producers, and a few new ones to the lineup too.
Yeah, I see a little bubbly in there.
I know,
First
who
time.
knew?
Hey, first time we have little bubbles from Jeff Carrel. And it's
Also
been,
with a little mustache, in case you're celebrating November still and we're coming to a close. You want to shave the mustache off with something to celebrate. There you go.
There you go, on point. A little celebration to the end of November. What else you want to talk about in there?
Well, this is super fun, so I just want to kind of touch on that a little bit further. Not just the jokes about the mustache, but it's actually really good sparkling wine, made with a little bit of Chenin Blanc. So it's got some like richness, some creamy texture, lots of vibrancy and acidity. Really fun little bubbly. Yeah,
Chenin's great grape variety. We know it from the Loire Valley, where it makes some amazing sparkling wines. Down south, really holds that acid, so you get lots of bubble, lots of flavor, lots of tension. Great bottle. What about this little one here?
I know, a little Beaujolais Blanc. So Chardonnay with just the perfect little hint of oak to add that fullness and richness and make it into that wintry white.
Yeah, it's a little softer style, but it's still got that nice little bit of freshness. It's not oaky, but there's just like a hint of it, right? So dynamite little winter wine. And then we're going a little later on. Is that what I see up front?
Old Faithful. It's everybody's favorite wine, so you have to throw that into the mix. Little Grenache Carignan Syrah blend. It's just like the ultimate wine. If I never know what somebody wants to drink in the evening, nobody's going to be mad at that. It's the perfect one.
Everyone loves it, right? And that 2019 is probably the best version of that yet. So
that's right.
There you go. And Sula Montagne, one of my go-to faves. I love that wine.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of the higher price points within the pack. It's $30 on the shelf, but great value, worth every penny.
Yeah.
Little Old Vine Grenache, again, the Vielle Mule.
The
fun
old
little
mule.
label.
People forget about that one. It's such a good little Grenache. So that comes from the Catalan part of France. So that's where they're kind of playing on that. It's right on the French-Spanish border. So the mule is kind of the symbol of Spain and the Catalan people. So that's why they have that one. And it's a great wine. It's kind of a fun joke label, but the wine inside is actually pretty serious.
Good.
It's really good.
And then some Villa des Anges Reserve. So you're going to get into a little Cabin Merlot blend. So it's going to be kind of like the plushest, more fruit-driven of all of the reds. But again, like really great crowd pleaser. $21.95 on the shelf. You cannot go wrong if you're having parties or hosting at all.
Yeah,
that's the wine.
Always looking for cab in places like California or in Italy, France. You always think cab's going to be from Bordeaux, a little more expensive. But some of these Languedoc cabs are crazy good, and I think that's one of the best deals in the shop. I read around $22 for that one, right?
Yeah.
It's an awesome deal.
Yeah, so I mean, we knocked 15% off, so it is $124 for the 6 bottles. You're not going to go wrong. It will pair with anything you want to do.
Yeah, it makes people happy in there. So grab one of those online.
Absolutely.
I think we've been talking for long enough without tasting.
Can't have that.
I'll get into this, my favorite new glass here. Have you had a chance to taste from these? Get a couple at home yet?
I do have a couple.
I like them a lot. And I popped them in my dishwasher, and they came out nice and clean, and no scratches, no nothing. So these are the new Gabriel glasses, little one-piece Austrian glass. The idea with these guys is that they came up with a shape that would suit all kinds of different grape varieties, right? So you don't have to have 19 different kinds of wine glasses taking up all that room in your cupboard. These work really well. I've used them with champagne. I've only had them for a week, but I've already used them with champagne,
all the
Burgundy, Brunello, some old Burgundy on the weekend. I've tasted about 12 different wines out of these, and I got to say,
what I like about you. You're always doing your homework.
Busy
it's
week,
really
right? I'm committed to the cause.
All the nature of the work.
And I love them. I think they fit. They do fit really well in my cupboard. They don't take up tons of room because they're not huge, but it's got enough size that you can get like lots of aromatics in the glass, and I think they're really amazing. And they built these primarily for restaurants, right? Because they're really strong. It's a one-piece glass, right? So normally glasses are sort of put together and you get weak spots in them, but not with these. So if you drop this or it tips over or bangs around a little bit, you got a much better chance. I mean, if you drop it off the second-story window onto the cement, it's going to break. But if you just sort of knock it over where a glass might just snap in that weak spot, these don't. They're awesome, and they go for I think 40 bucks, and they come in.
Yeah, they're coming in 2 packs, and they're in like a nice little gift box as well. They're available online on the website if you are looking for some gifts or something for parties this season. $79.95 for the 2.
Nice.
But I mean, who doesn't want lead-free crystal that you can toss in the dishwasher and is going to be durable and really does suit all those kinds of wine?
And you know what? I noticed that we're a little cheaper than Amazon, because I was looking at these online today just to get some more information on the glasses, and Amazon is a little more expensive. So buy them from the little guy and save money. How's that? Also, I love this wine.
And drink this out of it.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Chateau de Cidre. So they are one of the older, more well-established, famous producers in Cahors. Cahors, we know from the southwest part of France, it's very famous for Malbec. That's where this grape kind of came to fame. So the best versions of Malbec are typically made in the village or around the village of Cahors, and they can get very expensive at the high end. There's some really great producers. Cidre makes wines north of $100 a bottle. We're bringing in kind of these because we like the price points. Mm-hmm. The Heritage, I think, is one of the best deals in the shop at $24.95. That's what we're drinking right now. This wine is spicy. It's got like nice weight to it. It's got good drive to it. It kind of reminds me of like Châteauneuf-du-Pape meets Bordeaux, right? Like it has that richness of a Rhone wine and that generosity of a Rhone wine, but it has the structure of Bordeaux and a little more of that sort of polish of Bordeaux. I'm a huge fan of this. I drink this often, like way too often. I think it's such a good deal.
I think one of the things that I loved about this when I really first started getting into wine, like many other people, I drank a lot of Argentinian Malbec and kind of took that. It was a really safe and approachable way to get into wine. Yeah. I didn't realize that Malbec actually originated here. And when you try it, the style of it is so much different. It's like a little earthier, a little spicier. It's not as fruit driven, but you still get that plummy blackberry like richness to it. So. Yeah,
absolutely. So forget everything you thought you knew about Malbec. It's really not. Like the Argentine styles are very different than this. If you want a little more serious one too, this isn't on the website right now because we only have a few bottles, but the 2016, I bought some of this from my wine cellar. It's 35 bucks.
Yeah.
This will drink like classified growth Bordeaux if you give this 10 or 15 years. It's such a great buy, and 16 was an amazing year. So if you're looking for something for the cellar, a little gift, this is needs a little bit of time. It's a little tightly wound up right now, but this is a nice one. But if you just want something for drinking right now tonight, this little guy's pretty fun too.
Those are the way to go, yeah. $19.95 on both of these, so they're entry-level Malbec. Again, it's not going to be quite as full and generous as, the little jump up to the Heritage. Yeah. But for something just easy, and again, like party planning or whatever you're doing, that's awesome, the way to go. And then the white is really fun too. Little Uni Blanc and Colombard in there.
Yeah, so this comes from the same area they used to make they do make a lot of spirits, Armagnac, Cognac. They weren't, when the French people were drinking less, they were looking for other uses for those grape varieties because they weren't drinking so much spirit. So they came up with this guy. It's a great, fresh, really bright, really fruit-driven, delicious wine with so much character for $20. It's an amazing
and
wine.
Only 11.5 alcohol too, so it's kind of like a nice little appetizer sipper.
Yeah, there you go. Anything else we got to talk about? We got a sale coming up next week.
Sale week next week starts on Tuesday, and we will be open here at the market as well if you do want to come in and shop. We have our 12 Days of Wine selling fast. $250 on the website, free delivery within Calgary, and then we did a little high-end version of that too, so check that out if you want to splurge and really treat yourself this Christmas.
Yeah, what's that one going for?
$5.25.
$5.25. So we put like 12 of our favorite wines in there, and that pack is awesome.
The real favorites.
Yeah, if you want to get something, treat yourself a little bit, grab one of those.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
No, hope to see you soon. We're going to have these guys open on the tasting bar.